This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Tuesday. Add the Sporting News Player of the Year and the recent Big 12 Player of the Year awards to the Bahamian Buddy Hield collection. This is the first national award for Hield, who proved to be the best in his class. He is up for 6 more awards. The list includes the Associated Press College Basketball Player of the Year, the Adolph Rupp Trophy, the John R. Wooden Award, the Oscar Robinson Trophy, the NABC Player of the Year, and the Naismith College Player of the Year. The awards are the last thing on Hield's mind right now. As our Charles Fisher tells us in this report, he and fellow Bahamian Shaquille Clare are ready to get things started in the Big 12 Conference title. Our Charles Fisher is in Sprint Center, Kansas, Missouri, where the Big 12 action is taking place.
Well, we are thousands of miles away from home, but we are here to give 2 players that hometown feeling. Shaquille Clare from the Texas Longhorns, and yes, Buddy Hield of the Oklahoma Sooners when the Big 12 basketball tournament tips off for them on Thursday. Shaquille and Texas will go first 11 o'clock against the Baylor Bears, and then at 8 o'clock in the evening, Buddy Hield and the Oklahoma Sooners will take on their nemesis, the Iowa State Cyclones. Now, before that game, Buddy will receive the Big 12 Player of the Year for the 2nd year in a row. And earlier today, he was awarded the Sporting News Player of the Year, making him in good condition to win the Naismith Award when that is announced on April 3rd. But the conditions here in Kansas City in a bit 70 degrees, but we're going to warm things up over the next few days for you. Earlier this morning, workers were busy putting the final touches to the area of the Sprint Center.
We're from Birmingham, the Colonnade Group.
This area will be a beehive, buzzing with excitement, a total transformation over the next few days. An all-out basketball experience of fun and games for the family and especially for the kids, while the grown-ups are inside watching high-level games. Some persons were busy trying to get those last-minute tickets to the best conference championship in America. Now back to Buddy. If you get a chance to get Monday, March 7th, USA Today, Buddy is featured as an All-American candidate. The awards continue for the Big 12 back-to-back Player of the Year. So there's only one station to tune to over the next few days for coverage of the Phillips Big 12 basketball tournament, and that's ZNS Television Network. Like some stations in the Bahamas, they only talk about the players, but we're here talking to the players, and we'll provide you all the excitement from day one until the final buzzer. In Kansas City, Missouri, with my cameraman Ashley Taylor, I'm Charles Fisher for ZNS Total Sports.
Thanks so much, Fisher. If you haven't heard by now, 8 of the top high school boys basketball teams and about 6 female squads from New Providence will head to Freeport, Grand Bahama tomorrow for the first annual National High School Basketball Championships. The double elimination tournament will tip off on Thursday. Tournament director Alfred Forbes explains just how the schedule and pools are set up.
The schedule that I prepared, none of those teams will be eliminated before Saturday. So at least every team who travels to Freeport from Nassau will have at least 3 days stay in Grand Bahama. So it's a double elimination. You lose 2 and you go.
The tournament is designed to see who are the best teams in the country. There will be an A and B division as well as senior girls. Here's a setup for the B division and the senior girls play.
They only would have the one pool and they will play among themselves. And then, of course, we have a girls division comprising of 6 teams. 3 of those 6 teams will be New Providence-based teams. And what we will do, we will play the Division 1, which is the top 12 senior boys team. They will play in one gym. And the Family Island senior boys and the senior girls division, they will play in another gym.
Olympian Ariana Vanderpool Wallace made a splash over the weekend, competing in the Southern Premier 2016 meet. Vanderpool Wallace, who is preparing for the upcoming Rio Olympic Games, took the title in the women's 50-meter free with a time of 24.80 seconds. Her time is the 9th fastest in the world this year. Sticking with swimming, touching the wall in the 3rd spot at the NAIA Swim Championships on the weekend was Cohen Kerr. The freshman attending West Virginia Tech placed 3rd in the 100-meter free, which earned him an All-American title. He was 6th in the B final of the 50-meter free, stopping the clock at 21.24 seconds.
I also really liked it because I was the only freshman in that final. And I was also the only freshman on my team to get an All-American, so I am really proud of my swim. And there's more to come in nationals back home. and Caribbean International Swimming Championships shortly thereafter. So I'm looking forward to those two swimming championships, and we should see some more fast times there. I'm very proud of my third place in my 100 freestyle at the NAI Nationals. I'm becoming an All-American. You know, it's what I work for all year. I got the school record too, so I'm really proud of what I've swam and what I've accomplished in this race, and there's more to come in the future.
The biggest sailing challenge was made on the weekend. In this report, our Julian Gibson tells us just how historic this sail-off, which will take place next week, Saturday and Sunday at the Montague Beach, will be.
Kelsey, the Long Island Regatta Committee will be having a special regatta. It's the first time it will be happening in the 242. Skippers and their bowmen will not be sailing their boats. In fact, their name will be going into a bag and a drawing will take place to see what classy boats they will sail.
So Stefan might sail 3 different boats during this race. So we're going to see if it's really the VDK or it's Stefan.
Now, with this format, sailors are already excited. In fact, the trash talking has already started.
I just hope that when I pick these names of these boats, I don't even have a chance to sail the VDK. I want to sail the Whisper, the Sansali, and probably the King of Knights. That's the 3 I want to sail. For one, I think they have the most exciting crews out there, especially the Sansali and the King of Knights. Those guys have a lot of fun. So I want to go on board there with them and see if we could do a little bit better. You know, they normally round out in the last of the pack, but I ain't coming in the last half of the pack. Stefan Holtz will be up in the top 4. You can guarantee you that.
Many of us concluded that the VDK might be the fastest C-class boat in the Bahamas, and undoubtedly that might be so. The question is Stefan, the best skipper in the Bahamas? 99% says yes. My position is he's not, but I'm going to prove it on the 19th and the 20th.
My good friend Dr. McPhee, you know, I owe him something, and I haven't gotten a chance to get at him for a long time. Last year, I know you had your Christmas wish, and on your Christmas wish, you wanted to see Revelation do better. Well, folks, if you want to see Revelation do better, come out to Montague, Foreshores, and enjoy the races.
Boy, this regatta should be a lot of fun. At the Montague Foreshores, boy, it should be buzzing with activities. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I am Julian Gibson.
Thanks so much, Julian. There's a new sheriff in town running the New Providence Volleyball Association. Newly elected President Tony Simon and his slate, which consists of young and current and former national team players, are hoping to change the game. They plan to sit around the table and discuss new ideas that will improve the game and garner more interest from the youth.
The main thing is we want to focus more on the youth. We want to focus more on the youth program. So start from the primary division. And then second, we got to try introduce a beach league, because we have yet to develop a beach league. We need some sponsorship, because as key without money, you could basically get anything done. So we need a lot of funding to basically get the beach program and the youth program off the ground.
Golden Girl Pauline Davis-Thompson, who is now a council member in the IAAF, knows too well the importance of hosting major international meets here in the Bahamas. That's why she continues to push the country forward at the IAAF meetings.
We in the Bahamas here have set a standard. I don't know if anyone will be able to match our passion and just the way we're able to celebrate the athletes of the world and to show off the Bahamas, to show our culture. The athletes of the world are hoping that we will continue to become the host of the World Relays, but of course we have 214 members that are members of our federation, and we're a family, and in family we have to share. So I don't know what my other colleagues are going to decide, but I know they've been throwing it around a little bit about maybe the Bahamas becoming the permanent host of the World Relays, which is now going to be held every 2 years.
Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.